Hey everybody, welcome back to Mama Zodi Tarot. Alrighty, so I did have someone ask me to do a part 2 to the SZA and Kendrick reading, and I'm not gonna lie, I was interested. I really did want to know and go a little bit deeper, but the other day the energy was kind of heavy. Today it's a little bit better. It's much better. So I'm like, we'll definitely get into it today. Sorry, let's see what is going on with these two. So I'm gonna tell you off the bat, I'm seeing follow your passion, serenity within, and twin flames on these decks. Okay, and I'm seeing scourge in reverse, so it's like somebody just doesn't want to be hurt. But we will start with just a few yes or no questions because I did have some questions. So we will answer those questions that I got about whether or not they've been intimate, how deep are their feelings for each other. I really feel like they've both expressed how they felt to each other at this point. Like, I don't know, something about that song, Luther. Almost like he's talking to her, right? Like, if this world was his and he could do whatever he wanted to do in an ideal world, shoot, he wouldn't play by her. That is what I'm feeling. All right, so let's go ahead and ask. Yes. So yeah, follow the guidance. It leads to the truth. So they both have an idea, you know, about what it is that they feel for each other at this point. Like, they know. They're just not sure about whether or not they should really go forth, whether or not this is real, whether or not they should keep going. I'm going to split their deck here. Yeah, so I'm seeing on pins and needles, rough patch being stuck. So there's something about an element of, you know, not being able to make a move yet. You know, not sure whether or not this is the right path, whether or not this is the right decision to make. Like I said, it says it's kind of like she was coming up a lot. Is with that stuck energy, that slow energy, just kind of like something's going on. And with that rough patch being on the card, I was definitely picking up that there's something going on here. And I'm seeing I'm sorry on the top of this other deck over here. So something, you know, they got to apologize for something. I will tell you that. So what I want to ask is, have these two been intimate? And I'm going to just go ahead and go from the top after I shuffle it. Alrighty, have these two been intimate? I'm seeing no. Yeah, your ideas are rejected. So somebody's got their guard up. And look, I mean, there's a man on the card here. So that could be Kendrick, who's just like, I'm not sure if I want to go down that route. And how does SZA feel? Yeah, I'm seeing no as well. It says deception in the dark, truth hidden. So she feels like there's some lies, there's some deception. That came up in the last reading. So there's definitely this energy where she's not sure if he is who he says he is, and whether or not she could trust him, and whether or not she could believe him. Remember, on the song Reincarnated, he talked about doing the past life regression. You never know what he could have found out, all right? Because the song that was just playing was Neighbors by J. Cole, and now it's Jasmine Sullivan Roster. So this is Roster. That's the energy that says, and she's like, you can have a spot on my roster, but I don't know about no, you know, one-on-one thing. You know, I'm seeing the High Priestess here, so, you know, she might be feeling like there's some secrets, there's something she don't know. She's really waiting to see if, you know, something comes to light and she gets some sort of, you know, aha moment or intuition or something that really makes her feel like, okay, I should involve myself in this. This is the right thing. This is the person for me. You know, something with following your passion and being encouraged to do that. But, yeah, can we get the overall energy between these two? Yeah, I'm seeing, listen, unfinished business, loose ends, feeling restless. All right, so that's the energy of what we got going on here. But on the bottom of the deck, I do see spiraling up, rising time. Yeah, so really it's just all about the timing, okay, coming out of your shell. So Somebody needs to get with the program here. All right, with this coming out of their shell. Somebody needs to understand that there's divine timing at play here. And certain things are just what they are. And, you know, there's not always going to be something that you can do about it. You can't fight fate is what I just heard in my head. All right, so let's see what we got here on the situation that is going on between these two. Because obviously they have some unfinished business, but there's some sort of deception working. Somebody feels like something is not right. So let's see how is SZA feeling right now at this time. And then we'll go into Kendrick, and then we'll see the energy between them two. All right, so the energy between them two, we know we got twin flames. For SZA, we have grounding. So like I said, she's really trying to focus on her stability, focus on her growth, focus on her money situation and things like that. Yeah, I'm seeing seduction in reverse. Like, you know, she's not trying to hook up. She's not trying to be involved in no type of third-party situations. You know what I'm saying? But I do see teddy bear here. So, you know, so she's definitely interested. There's definitely some flirting situation going on here where it's like she cares about him. Okay, that's what they gave me with this teddy bear. She cares about him for sure. All right, grounding, teddy bear, and that's seduction in reverse. So she cares about him, but she's not sure really if this is what she should be doing because she's not interested in anything that's lustful. She's not interested here in anything that is going to take her out of a situation of being grounded. She's not looking to be in a situation that's going to take her out of her healing. She's not looking for a situation that is going to have her all in her head or have her out of whack. Okay, yeah, with this, remember with this twin flame. So she's looking to remain in balance and she's not sure. I mean, I do see polar opposites on the bottom of this card. So she could feel like, you know, as much as they are both musicians and have things in common, these two, you know, she might be feeling like we're not really alike personality-wise. Yeah, I'm seeing healing heart in reverse. So, you know, this is for Kendrick and her. It's one of those situations where she's not looking to get her heart broken. But for him, he's also in a situation where he still hasn't healed, where he's not at a point to really even put himself in a situation, right? Because he still has some healing work that needs to be done before he can engage in any type of romantic situation. He has to close out a cycle with his, you know, child's mother and things like that. I'm seeing paradise. All right. As well as shock in reverse with talking in reverse. So again, with the energy between these two, somebody's not like, it's something is not right. These guys are not talking. Like something is, they've had some sort of spat, okay? They've had some sort of issue here. But with this paradise, it's looking like he wants, with this shock in reverse, he wants to restore balance. He wants to restore, you know, peace and bring them back to, you know, this is what he's looking forward to. He's looking forward to happiness and joy and really just, yeah, honeymoon phase on the bottom of that card. So that's really what he's trying to be in the energy of. But with this shock in reverse, it's like he doesn't see why she's not as excited about this as he is, all right? So it's really giving the energy that, you know, he might have told her something. You know, like I said, he did do that past life regression because he could have saw something, you know, with those two, with this twin flame being out here. They definitely could have a past life connection. And I'm seeing serenity within. So there's some sort of inner peace here, some sort of healing, yeah, with shifting perspective, with the light of truth. So this is talking about the contracts. So this is my sacred contracts deck. So this is talking about the contracts that these two have with each other. So you got Kendrick who's out here like, listen, change how you look about this. Like go within, okay? Go within because I'm trying to tell you, right, that we have unconditional love between us, right? With this blowing kisses. Like he's saying that, you know, we need to get together, all right? There's things that we need to do together. We can bring each other a sense of inner peace and a sense of inner clarity. Like this is what we could bring to each other. It's a serene situation. So he's trying to get her to like shift her perspective from being in this energy of not wanting to be seduced by him or not wanting to give him a chance. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of truth. He's like, I'm telling you the truth. Like this is the truth. This is what it is. And so there's something about him having this inner knowing, right? And him trying to see if he could get her to that point of also having that inner knowing because he's just so, you know, convinced. This one, like, man, Kendrick, he's like convinced, all right? He's like, I know for 100% of a fact. All right, yeah, I'm seeing doo-wop. It's so funny because That's the energy, like, with this doo-wop. Like, she's just like, listen, we can make some bops together, we can make some music, but I'm not really trying to have more than that. Yeah, divine contract in reverse. She's like, she's not believing. All right, yeah, with the circle of life in reverse. She's not really sure that she believes this whole thing about them having a divine contract, being twin flames. They're supposed to be together. They're supposed to, you know what I mean? She's not sure she wants to go down that route and turn the wheel into that direction, right? Because things are as good as what she sees, you know what I'm saying? Bridge her dreams. Like, she's more focused on, you know, bridging the gap between dreams and reality and bringing all the things that she wants for herself to fruition, okay? But between them, I am seeing deep healing, okay? As well as ripples of love and call of authority in reverse. So that's the idea, is that they're supposed to be surrendering with this call of authority coming out in reverse. You know, especially with in terms of Kendrick, like, Kendrick has this thing of you know, knowing that he has this mission, this thing that he's supposed to be bringing to the world, right? That he has a more divine mission than most. Like he said in the song Reincarnation, he saw that he's already been a musician, and he hasn't used that. He hasn't used his authority properly before as a musician. So now the idea is that he's supposed to come back. But with this coming out with the energy between them is giving SZA was the same way. It's given, this is the energy between them. This is something, you know, this is something that they dealt with together, where they've, you know, been musicians, they've been artists, and they didn't properly use their authority. And so part of their contract is to come back and do that properly. All right. With this ripples of love, like, they definitely have a soul contract. All right. They definitely have a soul connection. They definitely know each other from a previous life. And I mean, listen, deep healing needs to be done here in order for them to understand that, you know, they're supposed to be restoring their true self. They're supposed to be restoring their soul. All right. There's supposed to be a renewal here within their bond and their relationship. That's what's supposed to be coming of this. All right. So let's get some more here. I'm seeing follow your passion. This is my Akashic record deck. So we're just seeing what the Akashic record has to say about this connection. All right. They're supposed to be following their passions together. This is something that you know, they should be aspiring to do together. All right, that's what I'm seeing. All right, I'm seeing caring connection in reverse and souls whisper in reverse. So it's like somebody is not sure. Somebody's in limbo about whether or not this is the proper connection, whether or not this really is going to be deep healing, whether or not this really is their twin flame, whether or not they're really going to be experiencing that transformative, profound love. But with warrior spirit coming out, it's like they're both needing to tap into that side, be brave. All right, especially SZA here. She's needing to be brave and be relentless right now. They need to both be relentless towards their commitment to this mission that they made, right? I'm seeing release in reverse. So it's one of those things where there's, you know, they have to release control over the situation, all right, with this butterfly on here, this transformation, this healing that's supposed to be done, all right? Yeah, this grounding coming out here. Like, this is something that SZA is needed to do right now, needing to ground at this time, because there may be a part of her that really is just overthinking things at this time. I'm seeing difficult road in reverse. So yeah, again, she's overthinking this. She's building this up in her head that this is going to be a lot worse than most likely what it is actually going to be. Yeah, I'm seeing acceptance in reverse. So there's a hard, just an unwillingness. SZA's just like, I don't want to do this. I'm not sure I want to accept this. I'm not sure I want to have this. I'm not sure this is what I want. Like, she might be getting signs, synchronicities, you know, and she's just avoiding it. All right. Yeah, that she's supposed to be getting this new fresh start, that this is what she's being called to, right? She deserves it. But there's a lack of trust here. There's a lack of belief in self. So I'm going to leave that there because it's bringing me to this high priestess. Yeah, I'm also seeing self-love in reverse. So she's just not sure if she's going to be able to continue to remain grounded, continue to love herself, if she ends up in such a deeply passionate, deeply moving relationship like this, right? With the high priestess in reverse, it's like she knows. Let's be real. All right, she has that inner knowing. Okay, but it's just one of those situations where it's like, I'm not sure if I want to put myself into a situation like this. Yeah, I think she's waiting on something. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing Two of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, it's just a lack of willingness to commit to the situation. Just, you know, juggling thoughts in her mind about this, wondering if this person is lying, whether or not this is true, whether or not this person is being honest with her. Right. Okay. There's just a lot of confusion. Yeah, I am seeing Ace of Cups. So, you know, not sure this is where she should put her focus, put her mind, if she should be pouring into this and giving to this situation, this love here. But you know, there was some sort of proposal made. All right, there was something with this Page of Swords in reverse. I'm seeing all talk, no action, bad news. So, I mean, with this illegal or tax issues, because I wasn't really picking up anything from that Page of Swords. That's why I read the card. So, give me more on this Page of Swords. What is this about? Yeah, I'm seeing the Queen of Wands. So, yeah, this is about SZA. Okay. Did she receive some bad news? Is she going through some sort of legal issues at this time? Sorry, I'm dropping cards out here. Yeah, I'm seeing the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so yeah, something is going on here. All right, something is not going in her favor right now. She could be going through some legal issues. Yeah, finances being affected with this Queen of Pentacles. What's happening with SZA's finances here with this Queen of Pentacles? The Devil. Whoa. Alrighty, so I mean there was something she did that she wasn't supposed to do. All right, she'd have made some sort of pact with somebody that she shouldn't have. She got herself involved in something she had no business in. I could tell you that. All right, and this could have been as a result of her overindulgence, is what I'm hearing. But yeah, this is Two of Swords. This is stalemate energy. All right, so let me see if I can move to this deck here and see if I could get some more on this. Yeah, it's like she played with fire. All right, somebody played with fire here. Yeah, somebody played with fire. Did something messed with somebody that they had no business with. All right, with this Devil in reverse. That's that devil energy. That's that carnal lower, shadow self lower energy. All right, with listen. All right, give me more on this Hierophant in reverse. What happened here? Like, was this a... Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing right in reverse. So, I don't know. She got herself involved with somebody who she had no business in. They might have told on her. They might have... Somebody was out here running their mouth. She got herself involved with somebody she shouldn't have. Yeah, I'm seeing Moon and Factory. So, listen. Moon as in... I mean, I picked up on nighttime. That something could have happened at nighttime. But... Factory? Something she was working on. You know what I mean? There was something that was being worked on, something that was being done at nighttime or with her intuition. Yeah, fire in reverse. I'm telling you, you play with fire and you get burned. But she played with fire here. Can y'all tell me explicitly what it is that was done here? I'm seeing hat. So, listen. With the eye. So... Oh, okay, some sort of energy siphoning, some sort of putting a veil over somebody. Yeah, I'm seeing the tree in reverse, so some sort of bad roots. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm seeing I'm sorry on the top of this deck with the past in reverse. So somebody is needing to say I'm sorry for something. All right, need to say I'm sorry about something. Boy, I was trying to make this a short reading, but this is kind of juicy. Oh, I'm seeing irreplaceable. I want to know more here about this hat and this eye and this witchy stuff that somebody is out here doing. Somebody was out here divination spying. Like, I don't know. Or somebody was doing something that they had no business doing. Alright, somebody did something that they had no business doing, I'll tell you that much. Listen, I'm seeing 24/7, so somebody was thinking about somebody 24/7, 11:44 on the clock as I said, so. Alright, so, what happened here with this hat and this eye, this witchy situation? Who is this? Listen, somebody who was left in the energy of being mentally and emotionally unstable over this situation is giving karmic. I don't know, y'all. This might be Whitney here. I don't know. It's giving karmic. Yeah, I'm seeing abundance in reverse. Listen, somebody is worried about their finances and them losing money, and they might be trying to affect somebody else's finances, have them in a mentally and emotionally unstable person. Is this SZA here? Is this SZA here, guys? No. No. I'm not getting that as SZA. Yeah, with this evil eye out here. This is somebody who is sending heavy evil eye energy towards SZA. Okay. Who is this? Is this the wife? Is this what this is that's going on here? Ooh. Yeah. All right. The way those cards jumped out. Listen. I'm seeing lust. Yeah, and I'm seeing boss in reverse. And I'm seeing pathway in reverse. So basically what this is that somebody who, you know, she might have been in a lustful situation. There's somebody here that was in a lustful situation. All right. And they're no longer in boss status. They're no longer in boss energy. All right. And they're trying to change somebody's pathway, trying to stop them from, you know, having somebody that is in boss energy. They want this person. They're lustful. They want this person towards them. So this is really giving me the energy of that this could be Whitney. And she's like, listen, don't mess with my man. I heard that the last time. Okay, so yeah, that was Whitney. The undertone, she's always in the background here. Like, yeah, actual money. I'm telling you, this is about her finances and her money. And you're not about to mess with her money. You're not about to mess with her finances. All right, let me split the deck here. Yeah, Ice Queen. All right. Look, this is, look. I remember we saw the Ice King and the Ice Queen as a pair in the last video. So this is Whitney. Yeah, all right. She's mad that he no longer wants to be a part of this relationship. It's something about affecting how, you know what I mean, he's seen in the community. Yes. All right. I can't make this up. She no longer wants him viewed as a nice guy in the community. She wants him like this. All right. She wants him left like this. All right. This is listen, this is a woman scorned. All right. This is a woman scorned. This is a bitter Betty. She's like, ain't no way. If I'm going to be out here hurt, you're going to be out here hurt too. Ain't going to be no lustful situations. All right. Ain't going to be no moving towards no divinity. Moving towards no better situations. All right. Ain't no moving forward with this pathway in reverse. Ain't no boss daddy. Ain't no big D energy. Ain't no none of that. This is freaking crazy, y'all. Every time I try to make these videos short, it just gets juicy. All right. Look. What's under that actual money is unexpected money in reverse. You're not about to stop her bag is what she's saying. All right. She's not about to lose the key. All right. But this somebody here is no longer enamored with this female. All right. Somebody's like, nah, you just don't. Kendrick is like, you do not light my fire. All right. He's no longer in karmic energy anymore. All right. And this is what got Whitney mad, is that he is no longer in karmic energy. He's no longer wanting to be in this destructive energy. All right. He's moving towards achievement. All right. He's moving on up as he started to experience certain things. All right. With SZA, he's realizing that this is what he will have with her. All right. He's no longer interested in any of these type of situations. She might be, listen, it might be, oh girl. All right, but either way, he's no longer interested in no third-party situations, all right? That's what's happening here. So, listen, look, I can do this. I can do this for hours and hours and hours, okay? So I guess Mooney Long could be significant because, yeah, I really can't do this for hours, y'all. But let's close it out here with seeing about the true intentions from Whitney, because I think it's clear here. These two are twin flames. They love each other, but they're mirroring each other at this time. They're both kind of fighting it. He's trying to, you know, move a little bit too fast, possibly, but he's needing to do the healing work, Kendrick, to you know, in order for this to even go somewhere. But it is looking like this will be a successful partnership. But we got this bitter Betty. All right, we do have the mother of his children in the background here, who's like, I don't know, she could be the one saying, I'm sorry for how things were going in the path. All right. Yeah. So listen, she doesn't want to see him going down a different path. All right. This is what she's afraid of. This is what she's afraid of. Where's that card? This is what she's afraid of. Him changing course here. Him going in a different direction. Him moving along and saying, I don't want to do this no more. So what's happening here? She's saying, listen, I'm sorry for everything that's happening in the past, but let's not focus on the past with this past coming out in reverse. I'm sorry. Let's not worry about the past. Let's not think about the past. The past is the past. We can have a healthy relationship now, all right? Yeah, we can have a healthy relationship now. We can move forward, all right? But then we also have somebody saying, listen, Kendrick, I'm sorry. I'm no longer who I used to be. I'm trying to make healthier choices. I'm no longer mirroring you. Somebody, all right? So this is kind of twofold. I love how my decks always do this, where it's like we get the energy of what both sides of things. So we got one person who's like, yo, can we move on from this past? Can we no longer focus on the past and try to move and make healthier choices? And we got somebody else there who's like, no, unfortunately we can't, because we're no longer mirroring each other. I no longer want to be in karmic energy. I'm wanting to move forward. All right. I want to make healthier choices and healthier decisions here. All right. We're no longer mirroring. All right. Yeah. Someone's looking for some sort of empathy here. Someone's could possibly be crying. You know what I'm saying? She could be talking a lot about the children, the family. You know what I mean? We can't break up the family. Like I said in the last video, somebody's like, I don't want a nasty divorce. I don't want us to do this. That I don't, you know what I mean? Somebody is saying that this ain't going to go the way you want it. Somebody is already threatening to be bitter before the situation has even unfolded. All right. Yeah. And somebody, listen, with revenge and chaos in reverse and frustrated because it's like somebody out here is realizing that things are not working the way they used to work. All right. With this revenge in reverse, whatever this person does not, Kendrick does not have animosity. So whatever it is that she might possibly be doing, you know what I'm saying? It's not really affecting him in the way that it used to. This is what she's seeing here. But at the same time, she's saying, I'm not in that energy. I'm not trying to get revenge, right? I'm not trying to bring drama. I'm not trying to bring chaos. I'm not trying to be angry. I'm not trying to be mad. Somebody's trying to convince someone here. It's looking like she's trying to convince Kendrick that she's not going to be in this energy. No more bad news. No more having to hear about me doing this, me doing that, all right? Yeah, you ain't gonna, listen, I'm not going to be making you a fool. I'm not going to make you a joke no more. You know what I mean? I'm going to take this serious. All right, somebody's saying they're going to take this serious. But again, with this confession in reverse, it's a lot that's not being said. It's a lot that's not being said. It's a lot of lies. It's a lot of lies. Look, and this is what's going on here. A lot of lies, right? The confession is, I'm in need of financial assistance. The truth is, I can't, the reason why I can't move on from this relationship is because I need you. All right? I don't have nothing without you. I can't, like, yo, and I don't know you, but you should have made some plans. All right? With this journey in reverse. Somebody's like, please, don't make plans to leave. Do not make any plans to move forward. Do not make any plans to leave. All right? Excuse me, but with this vent in reverse, like I said, it's a lot that's not being said. It's a lot that's not being spoken about. All right? There's a lot that's not being spoken about. With this small favor and collaboration, I'm telling you, she's really just, with this vent in reverse and small favor and collaborate, it's like she's saying this is what she's going to stop doing. She's going to stop being so open. She's going to stop being so welcoming. All right? She's going to stop asking people for things and collaborating and dealing with other people. This is the energy. This is what this is giving. I'm going to stop sleeping around with men that you know or men that you work with. Okay? So that's the energy there. Like somebody's like, listen, I'm going to not be so open. All right? But listen, it's somebody's like, I'm going to be more discreet. But listen, like I said, there's no love here in this relationship. This is just all a bunch of BS. It's all a bunch of sabotage. Somebody's like, I'm going to stop. All right? But look, this is what someone else is wanting. He's like, I don't even want to be involved in this no more. Kendrick is like, look, I'm no longer meddling. I no longer have nothing to say. I'm no longer, you know what I mean, trying to stop you from doing you. This is what I want. Closure. Let's close out this cycle. Yeah, what's this song I was playing? G-O-A-T, GOAT. Listen. This is the energy that Kendrick is in. He's trying to move forward to, you know, calmer situations and calmer waters. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get some energy between Whitney, since now she's coming up. You know, since the Karmic want to talk, we might as well talk to her. All right. I think I might cut this probably at like, try to do like 35, 40 minutes. I think we almost at 30 minutes. So I ain't going to keep us too much longer, but let's see what you know, what does the Akashic record have to say about these two's relationship and things of that nature, and what kind of contracts these two have with each other. All right, so tell me what's going on here with these two. What kind of contracts do Whitney and Kendrick have? Because, I mean, the energy from SZA is clear. It's the same as the last video. You know, so for the person who was asking, like, clarify about how SZA's feeling, it's the same as the last video. She's still in the energy of she's not sure. She's not really sure. But like I said, it's looking like she's going to be the stranger. Something's going to happen where she has some sort of aha moment. She may get some sort of reading, some sort of real, you know, reason to get back into this situation and realize that, you know, Like I said, they have unfinished business, all right? Look, we do see closure here. Look what that card says. It's time to resolve unfinished business and move on with our lives. So not only is it time for him to move on from Whitney, but he also has, you know, unfinished business that came out here as the energy between these two on blowing kisses. So, you know, there's definitely, no, it wasn't on blowing kisses. It was on talking in reverse. Yeah, so unfinished business at the end of the day. All right, look, this is what we got. Past life journey in reverse for the energy between these two here, Whitney and Kendrick Lamar. So it's looking like it's time for them to close out their cycle. She is a karmic, all right? This is what this is telling me. This is a karmic. This is someone that he knows as well from a previous life. But the situation is a little bit different here because he is supposed to be closing out this cycle and opening up a new pathway, all right? Yeah, towards boundless love. All right, so this was supposed to be an energy where they were supposed to encounter each other and they were supposed to take things and learn from each other, and then they were supposed to move on. All right. At the end of the day, it's like if you know, I'm seeing stuck in fear with reach out at the bottom of the deck. So this is one of those situations where the relationship was never supposed to be long, like permanent. This wasn't supposed to be forever with this stuck in fear in reverse. This was all about teaching them karmic lessons about lack, teaching them about staying in situations due to a sense of fear, staying in situations because you are afraid of what you may or may not have without an individual here. All right, I'm seeing reach out in reverse. So this is all about them, about independence, right? This is all about, they were supposed to be, yeah, look, dependence. Child, I can't make this up. This relationship was supposed to be teaching both of them independence, all right? Both of them knowing how to follow their passion, knowing how to go after what it is that they're supposed to be doing, not to get stuck in a situation of lack, all right? I'm seeing expand here. They were always supposed to move on and expand past each other, all right? But there's a resistance with this break free in reverse. They were always supposed to be learning how to experience a certain thing with each other, right, with this karmic, and they were supposed to close out a cycle that they had from previous life and get that closure, all right, that they never got, all right, and be a safe space towards each other for a certain amount of time. But what I'm seeing here is that this is not how this worked out with this status in reverse. He lost a lot, all right? Both of them lost out on a lot by being in this relationship with this date here, all right? And I'm seeing desperate in reverse. This was the energy. They were not, and false promises in reverse, all right? So there was a lot of energy of, you know, thinking that they were supposed to be together forever. But the idea with this false promises in reverse is that this was never built to last forever. All right. Some things are for a season. Some things are for a good time, not a long time. With this desperate in reverse, they were supposed to be teaching each other how to stand on business. All right. And how not to move out of desperation. Okay. Yeah. This is what the misunderstanding was within the relationship, is that they thought that this was something forever. But with this negative coming out here, ancestors are saying that is a negative. They were not supposed to be, with this obligation in reverse. There was never going to be a permanence here. There was never going to be a till death do us part type of relationship here. All right, that's what I'm seeing. Take the high road in reverse. So this was more about them learning how to experience love without experiencing loss. All right, experiencing a love, experiencing it for a time and then letting it go. And this was the issue. All right, they both remained stuck. They both remained in limbo because no one was willing to take the high road and say, hey, this isn't working. All right. Yeah, it was solitude in reverse. They didn't want to be alone. And this was about learning to be alone, learning to stand on business and stand alone for yourself with this jump in reverse, knowing when to jump out. All right, knowing when to leave. Okay, I can't make this up with detached behind that with self-love. Knowing when to choose yourself. Okay, knowing when to stand on business. All right, with wisdom in reverse. I was about to say knowing when to trust your gut feeling. Look, connect to intuition, all right? Knowing when to trust in that gut and say, you know what? This is not the situation that I'm supposed to be in. So these are the things that they were contracted to come in here and help each other to bring back balance to their emotional selves and how it is that they operate with each other. All right. So, yes, this was a karmic relationship. And what I'm seeing, forgiveness in reverse, it was all about learning to forgive each other and themselves. All right. I'm sorry was the first card that came out of this True Intentions deck. So this is what the energy behind their relationship was anyway. It was just to heal something from a past life or heal something that other people had broken within them. All right. To remind them that miracles can happen, that you can experience a love. All right. But knowing when to leave with this see it through in reverse. Knowing when to leave something alone. Okay. When to put something in the past, all right, with this reflection and honor yourself. Knowing when to choose you, okay? Knowing when to choose you with stand your ground and inner peace. Listen, I can't make this up. All right. Courageous heart in reverse behind that. So somebody needed to move towards a sense of inner peace by learning. Both of them needed to learn to stand their ground and choose themselves. All right. And do head over heart. All right. Excuse me, have a courageous heart, but also head over heart. All right. Yeah. So I said what I meant to say. Not always. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody, because they had a hard time with listening. All right. So step back and listen. This was all about learning how to see the bigger picture. How to see what really was happening here. So, you know, that's the energy here. I'm seeing inner guidance in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So again, this was all about listening and following their intuition. This is what they were contracted to come back here and do. All right. And I'm seeing cosmic blessings with portal of mystery. So again, this was to help them to activate, right? To activate their purpose, to activate who it is that they were sent here to be. All right. With this universal hug, right? This was definitely it's heavy on Kendrick here, all right, where this relationship was helping Tim. All right, so maybe his name was Tim. His name could have been Tim in a past life. Yeah, I'm picking up on Tim. So this was supposed to be helping him to learn how to use his authority properly, right? Remember, with this universal hug in reverse, using that music to give the world a big hug, to put us on a higher vibration, all right? And not have us in that aggressive, you know, type of energy. So that is what I am seeing here. I hope and pray that that really answered everybody's questions. I do have a video coming up where we will be doing a past life on Kendrick Lamar, but they are telling me a little bit more. So we will just keep going for a little bit here. Oh gosh. All right. So I am seeing the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So this relationship will, listen, this is a seed that he's needing to plant. These two will be leaving behind a legacy, leave a legacy on the card here, all right? But with this Temperance in reverse, there's a lack of patience, there's a lack of balance right now, all right, with both of them going on that needs to be restored, right? Right, a lack of peace, of inner peace here that these two are needing to come back in and restore to each other, all right? With the Ace of Pentacles, and they will be given an opportunity to do this. All right, they will be given the opportunity to do this. I mean, listen, I am seeing proposal. So you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing proposal. Even though that says promotion, I am seeing proposal. Okay? So just so you know, yeah, I'm seeing 4 cups in reverse, but somebody's still stuck in limbo. All right, but look, what did I say? Page of Cups is faith of a mustard seed. Somebody's going to have a chance encounter, a surprise interaction that they're not expecting, that is going to bring the truth with this King of Swords, all right? That is going to bring the truth about this person to the light, to SZA, where she's not going to have no choice, all right? She's not going to have no choice because, look, she's not going to have no choice but to follow her heart, all right? King of Swords and King of Cups, these two are going to have no choice but to follow their heart. So, I don't know. I'm seeing the Empress out here. Listen, I don't know, y'all. Don't quote me if a couple years from now these two is married and having a child together. You know what I mean? And building a legacy and really building a family, all right? Because somebody with this 6 of Pentacles in reverse, somebody was in the energy of lack. Somebody was in the energy of, you know, unfair power dynamics, all right? They was having to overwork themselves, and they was dealing with somebody who wasn't as willing to put in the work as them. All right, yeah, that's what I'm picking up on here. Yeah, with the Star in reverse, somebody was not an encouraging wife. All right, is what I'm picking up on. Somebody was really insecure. Somebody just was constantly overbearing. You know what I'm saying? And just always just needing a lot of attention is what I'm picking up on here. And at the same time, I'm feeling like Kendrick wasn't even getting the full attention that he deserved, and he wasn't getting the he was feeling ignored too in this relationship. So just tell me the outcome here. Give me more on the outcome of this relationship. Yeah, I'm seeing death in reverse. I'm telling you, these two will be undergoing a deep sense of transformation here together. All right? With this 5 of Cups coming out, somebody's going to be left in pain and regret. All right? Somebody's going to be hurt. All right? Somebody's going to be left hurt. But I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune. But this is going to be... Listen. This is the energy. All right? Let me pick this up for you. Oh, yeah, look. Somebody going to be left in the energy of lack. I'm picking up that this is Whitney here. Somebody is going to be upset about their financial situation and their instability, okay? But listen, we got this death in reverse. right? So this is this deep transformation energy, this sudden forward movement that's going to be happening within this relationship. That's going to leave this woman, all right, in this energy of pain and loss and sadness and regret. Meanwhile, this couple is going to be in the energy of transformation. They're going to be in the energy of things going up, all right? I got the keys. I don't know why I just heard that, but listen, they about to go up, all right? This is looking like this is going to be a successful relationship. It's almost like these two will be reborn. They will not be the same people that you knew them as. Kendrick Lamar and SZA will be literally completely different is the energy that I am picking up on here. Give me more on this. What will they be like? Yeah, I'm seeing the magician. Okay, they're going to be out here alchemizing. They will be alchemists. They will be out here, yeah, with the King of Cups. All right, so they will be in balance. All right, they will be bringing balance to each other and compassion. And it's looking like there will be a loving relationship here. All right, that's what I'm seeing. All right, it's a whole lot of manifestation and abundance and good things coming. All right, yeah, listen, with this 8 of Swords in reverse, somebody is, I'm hearing lose to win. All right, by Fantasia. So somebody realized that they have to lose to win again. All right, somebody's about to be looking at things from a totally different perspective. All right, yeah, I'm seeing the 10 of Swords. Somebody gonna be left in the energy of regret though. Somebody gonna be out here feeling like this. All right, feeling like it's gonna be 10 whole swords in their back. Okay, this is what I have here for the reading, y'all. Like I said, I ain't gonna do no more on this relationship. We'll check back in November because I did see something might be happening in November. So maybe further on down the line, we can look back into this energy. But for now, this is where I'm going to leave it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I hope that this gave y'all some insight. Like I said, this is my psychic downloads, my opinion. Never said it was fact. If you don't like celebrity readings, you don't have to watch them. There's people out here doing love readings, tapping into, people's energy without their permission every day. All right. When you have a connection with the divine and you are a psychic medium and you're sent here to deliver messages, no one gets to dictate what those messages are, what they're about, and what energy you are allowed to tap in. Because as long as you have good intent, as long as you're looking to, seek the truth and seek genuine answers for the highest good, right? The truth that we are allowed and need to know. I always say these things in my prayers beforehand. Then, there's nothing wrong with us being explorative. So I'm looking forward to any other celebrity readings that you guys want me to do. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what other videos you want to see on my channel. Like I said, I got the Kendrick Lamar video coming up next. Probably the next day after I upload this one. So yeah, that's what I have for y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all on the next video, all right? Y'all, I had to come back because why in the F did I just look at my phone and look what was playing? They not like us. They not like us. Yeah, I cannot believe that. Like literally Kendrick was all over that reading. He like, girl, I'm ready to move forward. You ain't like me. So yeah, that is so crazy. I literally closed out the reading and looked at my phone and Kendrick Lamar Not Like This was playing. So yeah, y'all, this is what I have for y'all. And like I said, I'm going to see y'all on the next one.